Teaching Quran to your own children doesn't have to be hard or feel impossible. And so in today's video, I will be sharing with you 7 of my best kept secret hacks that I use in my own homeschool to help my kids easily memorize their Quran. And by the end of this video, you will have a clear path on what you can do to make teaching Quran to your kids much easier. Let's get into it. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Iman, and on this channel, I help Muslim moms homeschool with confidence and joy while having simple routines and systems to stay on top of their home management and doing all that without sacrificing your own self-care. I just want to say I'm a regular mom who loves Islamic knowledge and learning for myself. I'm currently learning the Quran and improving my tajweed, and I am not a scholar or a hafid of the Quran. I am just a regular Muslim mom that loves Islam, that I learn for myself and I teach my kids. And because of that, the hacks and secret strategies that I'm going to share with you in this video, any Muslim mom can do in her own home and homeschool. I decided a long time ago when my kids were young that I wanted the Quran to be knowledge that they received from me. And because of this intention, I took the time to learn for myself and to teach myself so I can teach my kids. And so if you are a sister that doesn't know how to read the Quran yet, doesn't have the knowledge of tajweed, or just struggling to read Quran, and so therefore having a hard time teaching your own kids, I recommend learning Quran, gaining Islamic knowledge now. It is never too late. This is the second best time. The first best time was yesterday. The second best time is today. So gain that knowledge, sister, for yourself so you can help your kids as they get older. Okay, so now let's get into the 7 hacks that has really helped me help my kids memorize their Quran. Number 1, of course, dua. Before we do anything, or if we are starting something new, or we are starting anything, we always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easier for us. We need sincere dua for Allah to help us on this journey when we are helping our kids memorize. And this is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one that can help us on this beautiful journey. And so whenever you can remember, sister, whenever you're about to start Quran, finish Quran, in the middle of your prayer, in the middle of the night, doing the dishes, whenever you remember, make dua for your family and for your kids for Allah to make this journey easy and fruitful, inshallah. Hack number 2, spending consistent time every day with the Quran. And as homeschoolers, this is such a blessing because we can prioritize the Quran in our schedule, alhamdulillah. And so making the Quran a core subject in your homeschool and having a specific time that you do Quran with your kids and keeping it the same time and keeping it consistent, that will help your child get in the habit of doing their Quran and memorizing and strengthening their memorization. And so I recommend doing the Quran as one of the first or second subjects in your homeschool when your kid has the most energy, which usually is the morning. So when they woke up, they've eaten breakfast or even before breakfast, I recommend doing a little bit of Quran. And doing Quran first thing in the morning sets your day in a good tone. You feel good that you accomplished doing the Quran, your kids feel good, and your day just feels more blessed when you do Quran first. Okay, hack number 3 is start small when you're helping your child memorize, maybe 1 to 2 ayahs a day, and go up from there. And so at the beginning, when your child is memorizing, it can be hard for them because they are not used to the actual skill of memorization and they're not used to the sounds and the letters. And so because of that, I recommend 1 to 2 ayahs a day, especially also if they are younger. And then as time goes on and your child learns the skill of memorization and they get better at it, which they do, you can start memorizing more ayahs, inshallah. And this is because memory is a muscle. The more they use it, the stronger it will get and the more that they can memorize. Okay, hack number 4 is try your best to decrease the distractions around your kids during the day. And so I'm not saying to not have any screen time and to not give your kids anything like that. We have screen time, we have a TV in our house and we watch shows. I just want to make sure you're aware to make sure you know what your child is hearing all the time and what they're watching with their eyes. Be aware of what they're consuming from their eyes and their ears because that will affect their heart and their memorization. The other tip I can give with decreasing the distractions to help strengthen the memorization is to do more playtime in your homeschool and also having a quiet time. The quiet time and the playtime really helps your child reflect on what they memorize. I have caught many times my kids are playing with their train tracks, are playing with their animal toys or their Spider-Man toys, and I can hear them saying the ayahs that we memorized that day, repeating it to themselves. And even during quiet time, when one of my child is coloring, he's repeating the ayahs that he memorized. And so when they have just that quiet time, their brain is working and strengthening that memorization within themselves. So just prioritize having quiet time and playtime in your homeschool for your kids. Hack number 5, which I love and I use, is take advantage of the power of the ears. Your kids to listen to the ayahs and the surahs that they're memorizing from the sheikh as much as they are reading from the mushaf. And this is because the ears are so powerful and it helps our brain memorize better. The ears and memory work so well together. So listening to the Quran will help our child memorize better and faster. So the way I do this is when I'm helping one child memorize the new ayahs, my other child has headphones and they're listening to the sheikh on the ayahs that they're on. I actually have wireless headphones connected to my laptop, so my child's actually listening and they're actually playing quietly or they're coloring quietly while they're listening to the sheikh. So you can use that hack as well. But I always have one child listen to a sheikh while I'm working with the other child. And once I'm done with that child, when we switch, the child that I just finished working with, they are going to listen to the sheikh and just review the ayahs that they just learned while I work with the other child. So always have 1 or 2 children listening to the sheikh if you are working with the other child. Hack number 6 is follow the 10-10-10 rule. And so what the 10-10-10 rule is when you're first learning a new ayah, you say the ayah 10 times, you and your child say the ayah 10 times together, and then your child says the ayah 10 times by him or herself, and you correct it. So if you don't want to do 10-10-10, you can always do 5-5-5, depending on your child. But this strategy has really helped me figure out how many times I need to repeat the ayah and how many times my child needs to hear me repeat that ayah. And 10 is what works for my kids, and that's what I've always stuck with. And it really helps solidify their memory, especially when they are learning a new ayah and they've never heard of the ayah. The constant repetition really helps. So you figure out what you want to do with your kids and how many times you want to repeat. But I do recommend having a certain time that they hear you repeat, certain amount of time that you guys say together, and a certain amount of time that they say by themselves and you correct. And hack number 7 that I use every day in my homeschool to help my children memorize their Quran is prioritizing reviewing past surahs that they have memorized as much as they are memorizing new ayahs. And so easy to constantly continue every day and memorizing and helping your child memorize new ayahs every day and forgetting to review. Memorizing the Quran is as much as memorizing new ayahs and reviewing past ayahs and solidifying that memory. Okay, you have to balance the two. You need time for memorizing new ayahs and you need time to review. The consistent reviewing of past surahs will help those surahs be in your child's long-term memory. So don't forget to review when you are helping your child memorize new ayahs as well. And so the way I do it is after each of my kids have memorized their own portions of the Quran, I bring my kids together and we do the review together. So what we do is called sub'is, and it's what Somalis do. And the way it works is you come in a group and each person says one ayah from Surah An-Nas all the way up to where your kids are. And so each person says an ayah and we go around saying an ayah. And when you get to a surah that your child is on and they don't know anything past that, then they're out. And so you keep doing the sub'is with the other child that's there. And so that allows all of your children to review together. You are productive and you're using your time well. And also your kids all learn from each other. You learn from each other, you correct each other, and it's fun. And so you can use that as a way to review with your kids by bringing them together, each person doing one ayah and doing your review like that. And so if you found value in this video, make sure you check out the video on the screen on how you can teach your children Islamic manners every day in your homeschool. If you're interested in that, make sure you check out the video on the screen right now.